You're listening to the Pundit Jay.
Okay, it's the Pundit Jay, and welcome to the season review of Manchester United, Manchester City. And I'm sat here with a few Mancunians straight from the heart of Manchester. You know what I'm saying? A couple red, a couple blue, and all that. You know how it goes already in the 0161. So anyway, get out Jamal, because I'm with Jamal on the Twitter, only Jamal. Do you understand me? Get out Mike's, who's also on the Twitter at MYKEZUK, all one word. And get out Simon on the Instagram at SI_PT, yeah? When we're talking over the season, United and City, it was a wonderful season for Manchester. Manchester 1, Manchester 2. The Reds are a bit sour, but City fans are buzzing, do you know what I mean? So we're going to get straight into it. The best thing about United and City's season, City fans that I've got with me here,
So the first thing's our team spirit, you know.
Team spirit?
The team spirit's been amazing. We have Mendy. Mendy's just funny. We have Mendy.
Yeah, but it's funny you said Mendy, but Mendy has not really been even on the pitch, though.
He hasn't been on the pitch, but
team spirit, parties contribute to the spirit or in the dressing room. That's what it's not just about on the pitch.
His character has been key, you know, for us this season. He's lifted the team spirit for us this season.
Yeah.
We've just been seeing like we're together. We're just it's been really good.
Yeah.
We're more on social media. We just look more as a team this season.
Yeah, so it's more the togetherness for you.
Yeah, togetherness, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's been one vital key to success, you know.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
But that's what people say in it. They say obviously the team spirit is vital to everything, innit? And to be honest with you, I can see your point in it in regards to Mendy and that. He's been in the centre of everything. Yeah. Everything. Do you know what I mean?
I get the team spirit. Team spirit's been key, but personally for me, style of play, no one's been able to live with us. Just how we've approached games and that. No one, obviously Liverpool, I'll give them that. They're the only team that really live with us. But apart from that, I've been sat there watching games and just been feeling very comfortable. Not a game I've watched this year, apart from the one at Anfield where we had a crazy 15. But even that, after that crazy 15 minutes, I thought we could still get something out of it. But style of play that the manager Pep just come and put in the team, it's just been quality from front to back. Keeper spraying balls like a midfielder, fullbacks playing like centre midfielders. It's just been a different. People can knock it and say nah, we've seen it all before, but not for me. It's just been on a different level, and the points tally proved it.
So about second half against United?
Do you know what we've had second half like that against other teams as well. So it weren't just United. The only difference with the United game is United have got one and two special individuals, which obviously I don't like to say, but they've got one or two individuals that can hurt you. And in that game, they did. But let's just keep it real. That game, we should have been out of sight. If Sterling had took his chances, that should have been 5-0.
Yeah, real talk.
So to be fair, even that game I was watching it, I thought once we get going again, we'll just win this.
Yeah. Is that how simple you think it is?
That's how confident I was in that game. Once we got going, we did get going again.
What you see?
We should have had a penalty. All the rest of it, you get me.
He's right still. You know what? For me personally, I didn't even watch the game. As you know, it was my wedding day. Yeah. So as I read, I was buzzing. But when it was 2-0, I told the DJ at my wedding, you might as well start doing the speeches, because I thought it was over. Yeah. And people are telling me, Sterling's missed this sitter and they're all over us. So in my head, I'm just thinking, boy, I call it a day. Sack the derby, crack on with the wedding. 2-2's I'm hearing it's 2-2. I'm still thinking, like he just said there, the way our City have played this season, it's hard. Even as if you got it 2-2 and you're on the up, you're still thinking, they're going to score. They are doing what United did back in the day. They get them extra minute. Now the summit that I clocked as well. Fergie used to do this. We did it differently. We'd get the Fergie time. They'd call it Fergie time. Klopp said it's the dark side of football. Do them little tricks. Keep it in the corner. Yeah. Take ages making a throw in. Hold the ball. Fall over. City, you're doing that. Now, I don't think that's dirty football. I think you've got to be smart.
So you think they're playing overall? You think this season they've just been smart and
overall, you can tell the coaching styles. It's smart. Yeah. It's smart football compared to other teams that you watch. Real Madrid do it. You see it in Barcelona all the time. They have that extra. They get that extra moment on the ball, and it's not always skill. It's not always passing. It's using your brain. Sergio Ramos does it constantly.
So for United though, for the overall season, how would you judge that?
Do you know what?
Because for me, I'll be honest with you. Sorry, but for me, they've gone from 6th to 2nd. Yeah. So the style of football I'm seeing is it's not been great.
It's not.
It's not been great. Do you know what I mean? But to be honest with you, no one was really complaining when United were smacking up teams 4-0.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? When 4-0.
I think the style of football, it's not been great, but I think it got offset when Sanchez came. Personally, Rashford and Martial, I think it was a bit of a hindrance. To me, it looked like they've gone out. There was no plan to buy him. It was all City getting him. It looked like United. It looked like we wanted him because we don't want to give them no more ammunition. Yeah. Basically, he's a quality player. Let's see how he cracks on next season. But for me, that left side was nailed with them two.
With Martial.
Rashford and Martial.
You see, I understand that, but the way United were playing, because remember, United was it away to Huddersfield? When it was to Huddersfield, didn't it? And it was like, right, we lost a bit of ground because City took off. Do you know what I'm saying? So how did you City boys feel when Sanchez went to United, though? Were you vexed?
I was scared.
You were scared?
I was scared. I was thinking, wow, Sanchez to United. Yeah. They couldn't win business. But Sanchez is disappointed. He has disappointed.
Yeah.
But I have to go back to the part about the style of play. You're under Mourinho. You know Mourinho. What else do you guys expect? You know Mourinho's a defensive manager.
Yeah.
But what else do you expect? I think for me, United's had an alright season. They came second, FA Cup final. Like, I actually don't know what else do you want. Did they come? What's the FA Cup final? You lost. Yeah. What else do you want from United?
Well, you see what I think United's problem is. United fans' problem is. Yeah. You're no longer scared of playing United. I don't think City fans are scared of playing United.
That went time ago. It went a while back.
That's when Fergie left. It left.
It went before that. When we rocked up there, 1-6-1. That's the time that I thought, you know what? We can't listen. We're on our way here. So every time after we played you after that 6-1, I think I'm looking out thinking we're going to win. We've not finished behinds in the league for how long. We're smacking up teams that you guys are fumbling through, getting last minute. I'm just thinking, your style of play, everything. I just think when we play you, we know what we're doing at the moment. That's what's helping us. You got great individuals. I think you got some individuals that are probably getting our team, but because we've got a philosophy and a way of playing and we know what we're doing, I'm just confident when we play United. It seems straightforward.
I do think it is a way and a style of playing because, as you said, there's players at United that could go to another team. For instance, and we all know international teams are full of superstars. But why is it there? Paul Pogba looks relaxed. As soon as he starts playing for France, he's not the go-to guy. He's not everyone staring at Pogba. When he's playing for United, every time he does something wrong, he's done that wrong again. It's like, you know what? Their players do things wrong, but he's that guy that everyone's going to constantly be on his case.
So throughout the season, do you think Mourinho's dealt with Pogba correctly or not correctly? Because that brings us on to the next point about player expectations. Because obviously Pogba's come with a big price tag. All the fans are loving it. He's come back home, boom. Do you know what I mean? City are running away with it, and this is the guy that's supposed to step up to the plate and drag United forward. So moving on to the next point about expectations, who from United do you believe has lived up to the expectations, like above and beyond? Do you know what I mean? This season,
and beyond.
If anyone, do you know what I'm
saying? To me, he hasn't. He's done it in certain games. There's certain games that I looked at and thought, boy, he's doing it now, and then he'll drift off again. As you said before, the management from Mourinho, I feel like, to me, he hasn't got those players where he can talk to them in that way. So he slags players off a lot. Fergie could get away with that because Fergie's won things at the club. Mourinho's won things at other clubs. So
he could kind of get away with it there.
But he's just walked in at Old Trafford for how many years now, and he's putting players down instead of building them up for me.
So when he did the press conference after the Sevilla match, how did you feel? Would you feel? Because I personally looked at that and I rated Mourinho for that.
The Sevilla match?
Because he started talking about how United are not what they think they are, and boom. Now to me, that was just plain real talk. The truth hurts, innit?
You shouldn't be saying that.
Why though? If it's truth,
you just it's like you're meant to motivate your players. You're demotivating them. The way Mourinho is managing players such as Martial, Pogba, it isn't working. we can see it isn't working. He needs to change. If he wants the best from them players, he needs to change the way he's managing them, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with that to a certain point, but then when you say it's not working, he's took these kind of similar group of players from 6th to 2nd. I think there's another level to go. Do you know what I mean? Now,
it's the other argument though, that there's a lot of that squad that have actually won the league in Fergie's last year as well, so we can't just disregard what's gone before that. We always seem to start at that benchmark from 6th to 2nd, but actually there's players in there that finish 1st and have done it more than once as well. And back to what you're saying about my man's point about after the Seville game, I'm of the opinion that he shouldn't have said that. Number one, he's the leader in it, and one thing that you want from your leader is not to show any signs of, you get me, that things aren't working out. And to me, that was blatantly saying, listen, we're not as good as we think we are. Now you can handle that, but there's other fans going to be sat in that, other people that aren't really able to take that information and they're going to be looking at, right, well, if he thinks that, then where do we go? People idolise leaders who lead from the
But as a City fan, did you look at that and think, they're falling apart, these lot? Or did you look at that and think, do you know what, I don't like him, but I rate him kind of, do you know what I mean?
Me personally, I found it funny, because I
found it. Your man was just laughing.
I thought you man were going up, falling apart.
I just thought to myself,
what's going on?
Not
would
too
Pep
many,
do that?
Would be,
Not too many top managers would turn around and say, we're not even really that good anymore, to be honest with you. It's like, whoa, okay, we know that, but you don't have to spell it out. What are you doing about it? It's like he's a blame shifter, innit? And that's the problem I think people have got with it.
It is like that, man. It's a blame shifting thing. It's like completely off the topic here. He does mad things like Kanye West, man. Where you think? Where you going with this?
Yeah. Now, but he's known for that. So he's doing that at Chelsea, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Like you say, are the players feeling it? We don't know.
But that's the thing. But one thing we do know is that the City players are feeling Pep. So for the City boys, who impressed you most this season? One standout player for you?
Sterling.
And why did it impress you this season?
It's just the way he's been. Like, although you guys are saying he scored more goals, he scored about, how many goals?
21.
Yeah.
21. That's a lot, for a winger.
Yeah.
I don't think Hazard has scored that much in the season.
Yeah. I'm not quick dig at the Chelsea man. I'm
not comparing. But I'm just saying. I don't think Hazard scored that much.
They finished 4th in the Prem. Only Kane, Aguero, Salah, and Vardy finished ahead of him.
Yeah, so overall, Sterling, no one can argue with it. He's had a great season.
His general play, compared to last season, he's improved a lot.
Yeah, but so you see the same way we talked about Jules Jay and the Sevilla when they come out of the press conference. How did you feel when that interview? Well, the YouTube video went round with Sterling being shown how to take the ball with Pep Guardiola coaching him. How did you feel about that?
I felt something.
What did you feel?
I was happy, just like, Pep is the right guy for him.
Right, okay, so you seen it more like a coaching thing, do you know what? He's only going to improve him through it. Where next United fans were laughing and all that. They're thinking, how can he not know how to accept the ball on the half turn and all that? Do you know what I mean?
He's just coaching. I just think it's coaching. Simple coaching.
Yeah. How did you feel about that?
To be fair, I just thought, Pep's down to the final decent. I think he would have done that with Vincent Kompany or Sergio Aguero, so I didn't really look at it and think, how come man's telling him how to step to the right and left? I don't think it was an offensive thing. I thought it was good level coaching, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I have to agree that for me, it's a toss-up between Otamendi and Sterling, but I edge towards Sterling just because I didn't think he could reach them levels personally that he's achieved this year. So to me, they're the two most improved players, but for me the silent assassin will always be Fernandinho. Don't get enough props. He holds a lot of that stuff together in set games where he just breaks up play and it just keeps us going along, but he won't get the props. It'll always be De Bruyne's and
so do you think Fernandinho makes everything else around it work, and without him it doesn't really work as good? So when Gundogan comes in, do you think, do you know what, where's Ferno? No. Or is it a smooth transition?
Me personally, I do at the moment, because I still think my man's finding his proper role in the team. Gundogan is he has 1 or 2 games where he's looking okay, and he has other games where I think you're not. Yeah. Come on, man. So he's still finding his feet. Yeah. Once he settles in there, he's a different type of player as well, because Fernandinho will win the ball back, and he's the only one in our midfield that really is of that ilk, innit? So that's for me.
Okay.
I've got to agree, it's Sterling most improved.
Question: how do you think Gabriel Jesus did this season?
You see, I am confused about him.
Because I'm confused about him.
Are you confused as well?
I'm not gonna lie.
I look at him and what's the first thing that comes in your head? One word that describes him for you.
Poacher.
Right, that's the same word that comes in my head. Poacher. Reminds me of a poacher. You get me?
And I want more from him.
Yeah.
I want more. Like, I want his general play to be more. Like, you see what Aguero does?
Yeah.
I want him to be doing the same, like, help out. Like, it doesn't do enough for me.
It doesn't do enough for you.
It doesn't do enough for me. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I think we all forget that my man's only 20, you know. I think we forget coming into a big man team, a team that's winning things and off and contributing, because he's knocking goals in. So I get that we want more from him. But there's a few others on that front line. Don't get me wrong, Sané won young player of the year. Some games I watch, I think, come on, man. Come on.
I thought I was the only one.
Yeah, some games I do watch him. I rate him though highly.
I rate him, but some games,
You're looking at him and thinking,
Like,
right, what's
what's
going
going
on?
on?
Yeah.
Some crosses, you see some crosses he does.
Certain things he does in games.
Yeah. So for United expectations, who for you stood out this season?
I've not got a huge standout, to be honest with you. But as a team, we want more, don't we? We want more constantly.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm going to say someone who I did not think had it and turned up in odd patch of the season was Jesse Lingard. I'm going to say that. I was quite shocked.
Yeah.
Because I've never expected anything from the kid. I've not expected anything. So it was like, you know what? How's he pulling us out of these games?
Yeah.
Obviously.
So now I've got to ask you a real
Go on
question.
then.
So next season now, before and we're going to get into this, but for next season, does Jesse Lingard claim a starting spot for you?
No, but this is what I'm saying. That's why he shocked me.
Right.
Because the level that we want is above that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But
You think
in that team
he's
there,
reached above his own level?
yeah, maybe he has got more to show. Maybe he has got more. Like Fergie said, he's got more about him. We don't know that. Do you know what I'm saying? Tend to always look at these overseas players, and maybe he has got something about him that, wow, because he's English, we don't look at him that same way.
Yeah.
We never know, innit?
Yeah.
But for me, he's had a good season, better than I expected. Lukaku's first season, they always say it's hard to have a first season as a striker at United. The only person I know that's done that is Van Nistelrooy. He's come there and he's just done his job. So he's been alright, Lukaku, do you know what I mean? It showed in the cup final when he was injured. We played terrible, and as soon as Lukaku come on, we had a go-to guy and it looked completely different.
See, okay, so
You know what I mean?
so you think he's kind of vital to United's attack in his first season?
When he came on, he's upped it in that final.
We didn't up it, but it looked like we had a go-to guy. When the ball was played forward, we had something to play off.
Right.
Before that, I was sat there. I was in the stands thinking, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Because like you said, our style of play now, it is defensive. You're not going to see Manu knock it past people down the line, boom. Yeah. It looks very defensive. So we need the go-to guy, don't we? If he's going to play that style.
For this particular style of system, right? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I agree with the style. I'm not sure it's defensive, you know. I just think
It's
the way how the
stagnant.
game's moved on, other teams can keep the ball better, so he's look defensive by nature. I don't think he goes out, apart from when you play the big teams, I don't think he goes out and thinks, yo, I'm gonna park this here and just let no one's coming through. In set games I think he does, but in other games I think all that's happening is if a team comes there like Seville and keeps the ball, because he's that way inclined in terms of attack, you just it's like there's no kind of way of attacking, so you just kind of make it up. So then as soon as you've got a defensive shape, so it just looks like he's on the back foot.
Yeah, it does look a bit mishmash, innit? Do you know what I mean? Well, anyway, that concludes the first part. Do you know what I'm saying? In the next part, we're going to look at the managers, their philosophy, tactics, and any changes, if any is feel that's needed at either club, and also the transfers and this upcoming summer ins and outs type of thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
You're listening to the Pundit J.